Okay, hello my Vixens. I hope that everyone is having a really good holiday season. It's Friday, so Christmas is just about upon us. Um, I just wanted actually to do a video that just kind of give you a natural look. When we as we get older, a lot of people say that less is more. Um, and I do believe that that is true, and I think that sometimes when we get older we get a little bit nervous. We want to cover certain things up, and sometimes we overdo it, and we don't need to. Some of the character lines that we have on our face, we've earned that, and it shows a lot of beauty about an aging woman. It shows the confidence we have. It shows the wisdom and experience in life that we've had, and we have aged gracefully, and we need to stop hiding and be proud of those things. It's hard, but what are you gonna do? You're gonna, every year you're gonna age, and there's nothing we can do about it. So I wanted to do a little bit of a tutorial and try to do a lighter type of makeup. So I did put on my moisturizer and my primer, but I'm gonna like do a little bit. I'm gonna pause so that I have to learn to try to like not make my videos so long. It's just a bad habit that I have. Okay, so what I'm gonna do right now is, like you can see, I used very minimal foundation. If you can look and see, you can still, I have just a slight little bit of rosacea. So and all the time it kind of looks like I have just a little bit of blush on, but if I put my foundation on, and do a heavier coverage, you can't see it. So you can kind of see right here where you can tell, it looks like I have a rosy cheek because I have like a little bit of rosacea right there. And the same with my eyes. You can see that they're a little bit, skin tone is a little bit off, and I did put some foundation up there to try to even it out. So I'm just going to do just a little bit of concealer just right here on my under eyes. I was blessed with very dark circles. It's, those things are hereditary, and my dad had horrible dark circles. So I'm going to pause the video. I'll do all that, and I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows, and then I'll come back and, I'll continue on to show you how to lighten things up so that we don't have to always look like heavy made up, and we can still look just as beautiful. Okay? All right, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm just finishing up my eyebrows. I went ahead and used a little bit of bronzing powder, and that finished up my foundation for me. And there's a few things that you can skip if you're in a hurry, or you want to just do like a light makeup. Your eyebrows are not one of them. You can skip the eyeshadow, you can skip your eyeliner, but not your eyebrows. Your eyebrows are super important, and especially once you get to older, once we get to be a mature woman, a lot of us are our eyebrows are thinning, or maybe all but near gone. And your eyebrows are what gives your face that frame. It gives you that nice, perky, confident look. And if you don't have eyebrows, you don't look like you don't look like yourself. And it can actually age you so much more. It can make you look mean and grumpy. So never skip the eyebrows. Like I said, you can skip a few things. You can skip the eyeliner, but not your mascara. Don't skip your mascara. Don't skip your eyebrows. I really think you can even sometimes, you know, not use the blush, but I think that you need a lip, you need your brows, and you need your mascara. I mean, if you take care of yourself and you have nice skin, you can even skip the foundation. You know, put your moisturizer on so that your skin looks, you know, soft and supple. A nice lip, some brows, and your mascara, and you can go out the door. So anyway, you can see already, like, that's starting, you know, my face is starting to come together, and I really don't have really hardly any makeup on, but you know, just the brows, boom, and it kind of like makes you start to come together. All right, let me talk about if you do want to wear some shadows, some things that are great to have, you know, like in a to-go bags, and, you know, if you are still a working woman or you just, you know, don't have a lot of time. The powder eyeshadows, like, that come in the palette are great. They're wonderful. I like a loose pigment shadow. Those are great, but they take some time. You know, they definitely take some time to do if you're going to sit down and do them. So some things that are really nice as we mature are the cream shadows. They have some formulas now that are amazing. I used to, you know, stay away from the cream shadows because they would cake and they would, like, leave, you know, creases and so forth. I didn't like them, but they've actually come out with some amazing cream shadows now that wear well and look very nice. So they have some in a stick formula, they have some that are in a pot, you know, like this. Now these ones that I have these are Revlon cream eyeshadow. So I think I might have showed you these before, and they just come in a pot like this. The formula is very nice, and it also has this little brush that comes with it. You don't have to use this brush if you want to use your own brush, but you can use your finger. So if you're gentle, you know, you can use your finger. I also have a few of the cream eyeshadows that are, you know, in like the crayon formula. These ones are made by Maybelline. Color Tattoo, up to 24-hour wear. So, and they're super soft, super soft. You know, the color goes on, and just, you know, it just glides on. So I would recommend that you try some of these and get some of these, because as I said, they really wear very well, and that's what I'm going to show you today. When I put my primer on, I always do my eyes. So I've already done that step. So that is a step that we don't even have, you know, we don't even have to do that right now. I already did it. So look at this. I put this on. I'm using a microfiber towel, and it doesn't even want to come off. So that's pretty good, you know, and so anyway, I'm going to grab these stick shadows here, and the colors that I have I bought them at different times, but I'm just so partial to colors that I sort of grabbed two very similar colors. One is called Gray Crystal, and the other one is called Lavish Lavender, but they look very similar, but we're gonna try. So what I'm gonna do is, in the Revlon, the potted one, I have it in this kind of like white color. I have it in this color. This looks very dark when you see it, but it's actually like a yeah, this one is like the blackish color, and then I have it in like a purple kind of a color. So I'm going to go to just on my whole eye. I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this for my base. And they had this in a really pretty vanilla color. I regret not buying the vanilla. You know, if next time I go back to the drugstore or whatever, if they still have this in the vanilla, I'm going to grab the vanilla. I wouldn't recommend all, normally using the white, but what we're trying to do is just kind of like open up the eye and brighten up the eye. So I'm going to just dab this on. I'm going to use my ring finger. I've taught you guys before. This is the finger that has the least amount of pressure and will do, the least amount of tugging and pulling on your eye. You could use a cream shadow brush if you want to. I'm just trying to show you a way to quickly put on some makeup that doesn't take a lot of time and will give you just a kind of, natural look, but like you still look nice. So I took it clear up to the brow bone, but very lightly, I don't have it caked on. And like I said, I just want to brighten myself up and open up the eye. So same thing on this eye. And the nice thing about like I said, about these formulas, they really wear very well nowadays. They're not gonna crease on you. I know, like, these formulas used to be a nightmare because you would put them on and then like a few hours later it'd be all creased up and stuff. And so if you're mature and you're getting some wrinkles around your eyes, this stuff will settle in your wrinkles and it can be a very disastrous situation. Just take the time, take the couple minutes and, gently work it into the eye area. So, and I'm even going to just kind of go right here on the inner kind of my eye, and that'll even make us look a little more alive and opened up. Again, we don't want to get too technical with this. This is just something that, you can do quickly and so that you don't look too overdone. The whole idea is that as we get older, less is more. There's nothing worse to see an older lady that is still trying to put her makeup on and she just has like these red hair and the bright lipstick and you know what I mean? The look, and like the bluish gray hair, and so we don't want to look like that. Less is more. Less is more when you're trying to still look nice and put together. So I'm going to go in with this deep lavender color, and I'm just going to go right on the crease here and just a little bit up onto the brow bone. And while it is still pliable, I'm just going to take a Q-tip and I'm just going to kind of just gently blend it a little bit. And the only reason I'm using the Q-tip is just so that I can kind of get in that crease and get it where I want it. Sometimes you're trying to use your finger, you might not get it right where you want it. And if you want to add a little bit more, that's fine. Add a little bit more. You can use the brush. It comes, your potted shadow does come with a brush. You could pull that out and use that if you want to be very technical. I'm just using a Q-tip, and I actually have some Q-tips that are meant for this kind of makeup stuff. They sell these. They're pretty cheap. I got these at the All for One. They have like a flat. If you can see this, it's flat. I can show you. And then it's pointed on this end. And they're pretty nice. They're pretty nice for, doing makeup. So anyway, I'm just gonna, like I said, put this right on the brow bone. I stay in in the socket and just right up a little bit onto the brow bone. I'm not going to get all, you know, all technical with it. I just want a little bit of definition, you know, and that's it. So I got a little bit more on that eye than I did this one. I'll just even these out. And that's it. That's going to be that. I'll just put on just a little bit of eyeliner and some mascara. And that's it. That's all we need for the eyes. You know, we don't have to get crazy technical, you know. If you want to put a little bit of, you know, eyeliner or shadow right underneath just to kind of blend it together and bring it together, you know, that's good. You can definitely pull a little bit under there, but really that's all we need, you know. So you're gonna, and you'll see that once I put the mascara on and so forth, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna look just fine. It's always really nice to have products that can double as something else also. So, you know, if you had the lip or the if you have these pencils and you know you like the shade or so forth, I also had one that was a really pretty pink, and once it got down to the point where I couldn't get any more out, I started using it as a lip. Well, I used it even before that. I loved the color. It was so gorgeous and I absolutely loved it, and I would just, you know, put it on and then I would just use some lip balm over top of it. So these are really nice to be able to use these as kind of like a universal product, you know. Alright, we'll let that set in. Let's do our eyeliner really quick. And I'm just going to use a regular pencil eyeliner that gives us a softer look. So we're just going to I'm going to go with this sponge right here. And all I wanted to do was kind of like smudge that a little bit so that it wasn't that harsh line, because this is all about a softer, friendlier look. You know, I don't want any harsh lines or anything, so I just wanted to smooth that out a little bit. And you know, you'll notice I'm not going clear over here. I'm just going to right about like just a little tiny bit past the pupil. It just gives you a more natural look. So I'm just taking the sponge. You could, you know, you could use a slanted brush or whatever. I think sometimes these are a lot easier to smudge with. A lot of times people don't use these anymore, but these sponge applicators are actually really good to put on any kind of like metallics or sparkly eyeshadows. They really can pack the pigment on really well. So do the top, staying really close to the lash line. I'm gonna do a thinner a liner. I don't want to, you know, I don't want a big line. I want someone to notice me for me. My heater came on and it keeps blowing my hair. So yeah, I want, you know, I want people to, you know, notice me for me. I want people to realize that I am a mature woman. I'm an older woman. I've earned whatever lines or wrinkles or whatever I have, you know, on my face. And yeah, so I don't always want to hide. Like, you know, do I have days where I do want to look, you know, awesome? And sure, everybody does. But we don't have to look like that every day. So I just softly blended that in. You can kind of see the difference. I'm going to do the same for this eye. Just going to softly smudge it out a little bit so it's not just a harsh line. It's amazing how little thing like that can aid you. You know, just a small thing like your eyeliner can, you know, put an age on you. So another thing that I think is a great tip to have is to have a mascara that is going to be one that can give you some curl. If you're busy, if you are running around and you're going to do errands, you got your grandkids or something like that, you're in a hurry and you don't have a lot of time, you know, but you want to still look, you know, nice. I mean, you're, you know, if you're a grandma or whatever, like, hey, it's nice to still be complimented and still, those things, it's nice. It's a nice feeling. So I think that it's nice to have a mascara that can be like a mascara that can give you a little bit of lift. You know, when your eyelashes can like lift, that's what you want. We want our eyes lifted. You know, we don't want any drooping. We have enough of that on our own. Gravity will take care of that all by itself. So we want something that's going to help lift the eye as much as, you know, we can get. So we, you know, we curl our lashes or whatever, but if you're in a hurry and you don't have time for that, you know, get yourself a mascara that has something that will have a curling agent in it. So I'm going to use this one. I do have a couple of them. I got this the other day. It's Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. When I first put it on, I wasn't a fan of it. But it was just me. I'm going through something with my eyelashes. I did try the mascara again the other day and it went on and it was fine. So anyway, I'm just going to put a very light coat on the bottom lashes, nothing heavy. So, and you know, I tell you guys all the time, if you're one of those people that you like to, you know, kind of put several coats of mascara on, don't use your really expensive mascara to do that. Just buy a cheaper mascara that is something that you would get, like, it's just a get you through mascara, and use that. Put that on as your base coat, then grab your, you know, while it still hasn't set and it's still kind of moist, you know, so put your cheaper mascara on, and then while it's still you know, in its wet form, then put your good mascara on, because that way you're not putting all those coats of your good mascara on and just wasting it. I was going through tubes and tubes of mascara. So just did a light coat. You can see my lashes, but they're not, it's not overdone. It's not overdone. I don't know if any of you have seen any of the ads, or I think there's some ads on YouTube. I know there's some articles that I see in magazines. I'm sure there's commercials on TV and whatnot, but there is a lady that came out, an older lady that came out with some makeup called Boom. And everything is like in a creamy formula stick. You can use like, I think there's like 2 sticks or something. It does everything. I would love to try this makeup. I wonder if I wrote her and said, hey, you know, I do a beauty channel on YouTube, and I'd love to, you know, have some of your makeup to do some videos. I don't know. She would probably say, okay, we're here. This is how much it is. But, you know, what a concept too. Be, you know, an older woman and just start marketing yourself, you know, when you're like, I don't know, she's in her late 50s, early 60s or something like that. I'll have to research it and get back to you guys, but wouldn't that be just so awesome to really find yourself at that age? Mad respect for her. That's got to feel amazing. You know, and she does these videos and makes all her own videos, and she comes on with not a stitch of makeup. You know, just takes this stick and puts it on, and like, she looks gorgeous. So it just goes to show you that you don't really need a ton of things. You know, I think a lot of times it's your personality, it's your inner beauty, and that is what will shine through. And that's what people are gonna see. People are gonna see your inner beauty, and that's what's, you know, that's what's gonna make you you. Okay. I don't have any cream blush, but I really have been seriously thinking about, you know, for the winter time, getting some cream blush. I think it would cut some mascara on me. I think that it would be really nice for the winter time. My skin is like just so dreadfully dry. I don't even know, other than telling you I feel like I'm part lizard sometimes. So I'm just going to tap just a little bit. And I normally would like set this with a little bit more powder, but I already used a little bit of the bronzing powder, and I don't even want to put any more powder on my face because I don't want to dry it out any more than it is. So I think what I'll do is I'll just take the kabuki brush that I used and just kind of like, you know, one of these, just to set it all and say it's a done deal. And that's really it. I'm just going to use this EOS. It's just a plain lip balm. I think it's like a vanilla type of a flavor. I like this. It's really nice. It's such a creamy formula. There's absolutely no color to it. But it leaves my lips feeling, you know, really moisturized, really, you know, really soft and nourished. And I like to use this, you know, in a situation like this where I used, you know, I took a little bit of that shadow stick, put it on. It's very dry, you know, but it'll stay on though. And I can just use this EOS stick to give my lips a little bit of moisture and a little bit of protection. And I'm done. I'm done. Take this out of my hair. I had to put that in my hair so that I could keep my hair out of the way while I was doing this video. And really, that's it. I did like a zigzag part in my hair today because I actually need to color my hair, but I don't have time. So sometimes when it's a situation like that, I'll do like, you know, some different things and like different parts. It kind of helps hide the roots. That is some other little tips. So there you have it. Tuck this behind here. So there you go. I don't think that looks that bad. You know, I have very minimal makeup on, and, you know, I still look put together, and I'm ready to go ahead and go about my day. So I hope that you like this video. I hope you will subscribe. I hope you'll give me a thumbs up. I'm thinking about maybe, I'm trying to do like 2 videos a week, and I'm thinking about doing one video where I do, you know, some makeup things, and then one video where I'm gonna do like maybe beauty things, like beauty tips, you know, skin tips, like tips for your hair and you know, skin and things like that. So, you know, one will be about your, you know, skin and beauty and health and, you know, life and, you know what I mean, that kind of stuff. And one will always be about, you know, makeup and things like that. So I don't know if you guys are interested in that, let me know. I don't know, I kind of thought that it would go hand in hand, taking care of your skin and keeping your, you know, self. That's like the first part about beauty. So I don't know, somebody message me and tell me if you think you'd be interested in that, so that I have some kind of direction and can like start putting some things together for you guys. I probably might get one video out before Christmas. I'm going to try. But if not, I hope you guys have a great Christmas. And this is a good time of year to, you know, be grateful, be, you know, with your families. And so I hope you all are doing that. I hope Santa comes and sees you all. So remember to always stay positive. No one can be your, you know, worst enemy but yourself. And remember to always wear pink. It will always make you feel better if you're down. And remember to kiss some puppies, because that will always cheer you up and make you feel better. All right, so remember, thumbs up if you like this video and found any information at all helpful. And please subscribe. All right, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. I love you guys all. Thanks. Bye-bye. Alright, hello everyone, all my Vixens. So in the first part of the video, I wanted to just kind of like speed through that part and show you guys that, you know, it's just putting on the moisturizer, putting on the primer, and just so you know that I do that part, and everybody should be priming and moisturizing and so forth. So I did that. And then, you know, I was putting on the foundation, and see if I can scoot back just a little bit. Okay, so alright, so yes, I did all that, and after I put on my foundation, I like to go in with a, you can see that I got a little bit of it too much right here. I always like to, for my final step of my foundation, I always go over with a bronzing powder, and not a shimmer. What really started me doing it was I was using mineral makeup. I used to never wear a liquid foundation, or, you know, I called it the brown stuff. I used to never wear that. I just wore the mineral makeup, the powder, the loose powder, and I loved it. But I ended up, you know, I was going somewhere one time, and I just wanted like a very, you know, immaculate, flawless look. So you know, I put the brown stuff on the foundation, but I just felt like it just didn't give me that, you know, enough or whatever. So I still wanted to put my mineral powder on, and I did that, and then that was it. It was like, it just came together for me. So ever since then, that's just kind of how I do it. And I always, you know, used mineral powder. Somebody said to me one time, you know, wow, this stuff's really expensive. It lasts forever. You know, I could buy the little, you know, pot of the mineral powder, and I mean, I swear one of those lasts me like 2 years. You know, it's so pigmented, you just need the tiniest amount. And I found all kinds of them over the years. I found this one, somebody at the drugstore, one of the ladies had said to me, have you ever tried the Wet n Wild? They have a bronzing powder that's amazing. Try it. It looks like this, the Wet n Wild. This one is in the color Ticket to Brazil. And as you can see, I did really like it. But it does have just barely the slightest bit of shimmer to it, so I don't use it only like in the summertime, if, you know, I'm gonna go out maybe in the evening or something like that. It's not a daytime look for me, but you know, I did like it. I do like it. Then I found this one. I like Physicians Formula. I always like their products. I feel like they never break my face out. You know, I like them. So I found a bronzing powder by them, and it is completely matte. I haven't used this one a whole lot. I don't know. I get stuck on something, and I kind of have to use it until it's gone. I don't know. This one is in the color, and this one's talc free too. I know a lot of people are concerned. This one's just called bronzer. Just bronzer, and it's really nice. So I also have one by It Cosmetics, and it is like a 3-in-1 type of a deal. Get this open. So it's got your matte bronzer, a little bit of blush, and a highlighter. And this bronzer is really nice. It's just matte. It doesn't have any shimmer to it, and I always think that It Cosmetics makes really nice products. I like all of their products. Anti-aging matte bronzer, brightening blush, and radiance illuminator. So that's pretty nice. But my all-time favorite is still the just loose mineral powders. Somebody told me, have you ever tried the one by Avon? Avon makes one. I swear it's a dupe, you know, for the actual mineral. And I was like, no, I've never tried it. There's a lady that at our, like, one of our local weekend kind of like market type things that has more Avon than I've ever seen in my life. And I went there and asked her, you know, do you have this? She said, yes, I have it. She had it on hand. This one is called Bronze. So it is their Smooth Minerals. And like I said, it's just bronze. And it just is in like this. It has this little thing. You put the lid on, pat it down, the powder comes out, and you know, just use your kabuki brush. And I find myself going back to this one, tried and true, over and over again. So if you're a fan of the mineral products, I guess give Avon a try. It's actually been a win for me. So anyway, that's what I do. I put my foundation on, and then after that I use a bronzing powder. And I know my voice sounds a little bit scratchy today. I apologize for that. I feel like I've been waking up with a sore throat, and it's like I don't all the way catch a cold, but I can't really drop it either. So okay, I've been promising to do a bronze, like in gold kind of a color, brown and gold or whatever. So that's what I'm going to do today. And I struggled and struggled to go through like all my browns and all the golds that I have. And like, I don't really particularly buy gold because I don't really wear that look. But I did have one gold that I purposely bought. Sometimes in the summer, I have to readjust. I'm sitting on this like bench seat, and it's killing my back. So let me try to readjust here and get in a better position. I'm so sorry for this. I feel like sometimes this just hurts my back so bad. I've got to get a chair that's got a back to it. That's like my mission for this week, is to get a better chair. And I keep saying that, and then it's just like not on my mind, but this kills my back. So anyway, so yeah, and sometimes in the summertime when I get a tan, I really like to see that little bit of like gold, you know, and I just think that looks really nice sometimes in the summertime. So I do have this one gold by Unique, and it's actually in my loose pigments. Anytime I wear these colors by these potted loose pigments, they are amazing. The color is so true. It wears for hours, and I mean, they are vibrant. And at the last minute, I kind of found this and was like, oh, this is it. So this is what I'm going to be using for the gold part, is this Unique, and it's called Gorgeous. So if you end up liking the look and the gold part, so this is called Gorgeous, and I am going to use rose water to put this on. If you try to use these pigments just loose, I feel like the fallout is unbelievable. So I am going to be using rose water to put that on. So if you don't have rose water, maybe you could try some witch hazel. Regular water, it will not work. It will just clump up. So don't use regular water. Try to get yourself some rose water. I just highly recommend it for just so many things with your makeup. And then I'm going to use this Mood Struck Addiction palette. It's also by Unique. Unique makes some really, really nice products. So it's got, you know, some browns in it. It also has this gold. It's got this kind of like shimmery one. These are matte, so I'm probably going to dip into those a little bit. And then I have this palette that I'm going to use, and it has like the browns, and it's also got this kind of a black, and I'll probably dip into that a little to get the, you know, dark down into the corner. So anyway, I wanted to show you that those are kind of the colors I'm going to be using. I'm going to do my eyebrows real quick. You're going to need some brushes. You know you're going to need a blending brush. You know you're going to need some flat brushes. I'm also going to use a very, very tiny small brush to get right in the outer corner of my crease. So let me do my eyebrows really quickly, and we will get started. I feel like whenever I am doing my eyes, I kind of need to get my eyebrows, even if I don't do them fully, I need to start them. I need to kind of get my face framed out a little bit. So I'm gonna do my eyebrows, and I've done it in a video and showed you how I do my eyebrows before, so I'm just gonna really quickly kind of throw them together here. So I've been struggling with my eyebrows lately. Now I am back using my eyebrow serum, so we'll see in about a month if this starts helping my eyebrows. It did last time, so you can see the difference already. And it's these little eyebrows like this right here. If you just pay a little bit of attention to these little eyebrows right here, this is what will make you look like, you know, they're the more natural look. Just take small, easy stroke. Never hold your eyebrow pencil down like this, or your eyeshadow brushes, because you're gonna use too much pressure, and the stroke, you know, when you put it on, it's going to be too heavy. You don't want that. You just want the lightest stroke. So hold it out on the end like this. And that way you're going to give a nice lighter, feathery kind of a touch. So remember, when you get to the arch, you don't want to be, you know, you want to be going straight across like this. All right, I'm gonna brush that through a little bit to make sure the product is in the eyebrows and going to stay in the eyebrows. I used to be excited. My eyebrows were looking just so nice. They were so full. And that is exactly what you get when you think you got it all together and then you stop. So comb the eyelashes, and I'm also having some kind of issue with my eyelashes. I have on this eye right here, my left eye, I have like a really sparse area on my eyelashes, like right here, where they're just gone. Like, I don't know really what happened. So the struggle is real. The struggle is real. I didn't use any false lashes or anything and accidentally pulled them out, so. And I do know occasionally that you will, you know, you will shed your own eyelashes and stuff. So I know that happens, and so I don't know if that's what's happening right here. It doesn't seem like if you were going to shed your eyelashes, you would shed them in such big clumps, but I suppose anything's possible. So I don't know. If this has happened to anybody else, let me know. Not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it. So, all right, I'm going to curl my eyelashes before we start putting on the product. Try to remember when you curl your eyelashes to go, you know, as close down to the base of your lash as you can, without, you know, without hurting yourself or taking out any of your eyelashes. This one keeps looking like it's not curled because there's so many eyelashes missing. Okay, well, that's the best we can do for that. All right, let you start grabbing some brushes. Blending brushes, flat brushes. I'm just grabbing all kinds of brushes here just so I have everything at the ready. You know we're gonna need a little one. Smaller blending brushes. Okay. Usually I tell you all the time never to go in, you know, don't go in this area with a blending brush. You know, use a flat, rounded brush to go and get the color in there. I am going to use a blending brush today. I want to build this up so softly, and this is gonna take a little while to actually get this look built up gently, you know. So like I said, I am gonna go in, trying to find a real nice small blending brush that'll, that one's too angled. Find like a nice soft blending brush. Guess it's going to be this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a really light shade of the brown, and I'm going to just really gently, I'm going to stay right in this eye socket. Okay, I'm going to stay right in the eye socket, and I'm going to just blend. I'm going to build it up so that we have some depth and make the eyes come forward. So I'm going to go in with one of the lighter shades, and then we're going to build this and build this and build this. I don't want to build on the lid because we're going to do the lid in gold. You know what I mean? We want this nice and dark, and then we're going to get this part almost to like a smoky black color. And so how we're going to do that is we're going to go in and blend and blend and blend. So I'm going to go in with one of the lighter browns, and I just want a little bit of product on the brush, not a lot, just a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to I'm going to again hold the brush clear down here. I'm going to hold my elbow with my opposite hand, and I'm just going to, I'm not even moving my arm, I'm just moving the wrist. Whatever I have on the brush is going to be enough for both eyes. So you can see that's going to, you know, start to give you a little bit of depth. I'm going to use the same blending brush, and I'm going to go into the very next darker shade of the brown. Now these are matte, okay? These are matte. We don't want any kind of shimmer yet. We're going to reserve that all for the gold. Same thing, I'm just going to go right on top of that. Just make this a little darker. And this is what we have to do. We have to, you know, gradually build this up. You just won't want to go in with black and look like some crazy, like, vampire. So you just want to slowly build it up so that and when you do it like this, it helps that it will stay on and wear better through the day. If you don't feel comfortable using a big fluffy like this, it's fine. You can still, you know, you could go in with the round brush like I've told you before. But this is just helping it, you're blending it at the same time. It's kind of like saving you a little bit of steps. I don't do it like this all the time. So remember, you're holding the brush at the very end. You know, I'm just going to go and I'm just doing this windshield wiper motion. And I always have to bump my nose. Like, it never fails. I always got to bump my nose and get it on my nose. Now I'm going to take a bigger blending brush and I'm just going to kind of, I'm not going to go in the crease because I don't want to take that away, but I'm going to go right on these edges. And I'm going to blend and blend and blend until we kind of don't see where the, you know, where that is anymore, where it looks like it almost just kind of blends right into their skin naturally. But we want the crease to stay. You see what I did? See the difference? See how there's a harsh edge, but over here there isn't? That's what we're looking for, okay? So just take your blending brush. I'm gonna just kind of wipe it off a little bit on my towel. And then the same thing. Over here we have, I guess I could blend just a little bit right there. Over here we have the nice crease, nice and dark, and right here we have like these harsh edges. So you just want to get on the edge and just blend out the edge. All right, you're going to keep this handy. You're going to need this. Okay, wipe off this brush we've been using a little bit. I'm going to pick up the brown that I have been using, but as I pick it up, I'm going to just kind of dab into a little bit of the matte black. All right, and we're going to do the same thing, windshield wiper. But we're not going to go clear over here, okay? We're just going to keep it like halfway. All right? This is really going to start to be where we get the nice depth. Now, if you feel like you have a brown that is, you know, that dark, then that's great. But most browns, you know, don't go that brown. We want this to start to go into almost like, you know, like a blackish. Get your bigger blending brush. Blend it. You know, there's going to be a lot of blending to this look because we want it to be very smooth. Now, I'm going to grab one of my smaller brushes like this one, and I'm going to go right into the black. This is where I'm going to do, you could go, a lot of people, if you have hooded eyes, you can go straight across and then come up like this, and that'll give you like that lift to your eyes. But whatever you do, you don't want to make a look, you don't want this. You don't want to come down and then come up, because if you do that, you're bringing your eye down. So you really need to think about how you're going to make this outer V, okay? I like to start where my pupil is, okay? And that's kind of like right at the same arch of my brow. If you can't find the arch of your brow, all you have to do is go right on the edge of your nose, and right there is the arch of your brow. Just take your brush like this, and that is where you want to start with your line, okay? So this is where you can come out like that. You just want to make just a guideline. Okay, you're going to come out just a little bit. If you're more comfortable using a pencil, you can definitely use a pencil. Make a very, very light mark. And I used to do that at first. And, you know, you're just going to blend that out. All right, and then we're just going to take and you're just going to have those two lines meet. And I know right now it's like, oh no, but it's fine. It's going to be fine, because as you look and you see, now you see this inner V. Okay, so now it makes it a lot easier. We're not going to blacken the whole area. We don't have to blacken that whole area. But now you can see how much easier it makes to get that inner V. Don't worry about that. We're gonna fix that in just a minute. So just leave that there. We're gonna come back in with a brown and we're gonna fix it. So just do the same thing. Start coming up from the bottom. Now you have like a guide to go right in there. And you can get that inner V pretty easily. So I'm going to get the gold. So when you're using these loose pigments, you just want to shake a little bit into the lid. Well, come on, gold. Put it on the hard surface and see if it'll tap out. Going to get my brush. I'm going to use this type of brush right here. Get my rose water going. We're going to go ahead and put the gold. Start making this come together. Look like something. We look crazy right now. So remember, your brush doesn't have to be sopping wet. That you don't really want it sopping wet, because then it's gonna, the pigment will just wash away. So you just want, you know, you want your brush damp but not like sopping wet. Okay, I'm putting the pigment on both sides. Start with this side. And because we're going to use this loose pigment like this, this will end up making us have to use a liquid liner. I'm going to come right in the crease, or the this part of my inner eye here. I want this to wear all day, so I'm trying to really make sure I pack it on really well. And I'm going to take just a little tiny bit of gold right there in my brow bone. I mean, not a lot, just a little tiny dab. Trying to make sure I get all the loose pigment that I got out of there, because I don't want to waste it, so I want to use it all. There with my blending brush. I feel like my vanity is like not level. I feel like everything I put on here just rolls off onto the floor. It drives me crazy. All right, let me bend down and pick up my blending brush. Wipe it off. Okay. I feel like maybe this one eye needs a little tiny dab more gold. I'll put some more gold on. And you know, that's the thing too. You can make it your preference. If you don't want a lot of gold, you don't have to. If you don't want, you know, if you want a whole bunch, you know, add more. I mean, if you know, if you're going to a party or something and you want to glitter and dazzle, then by all means, you know, make it what you want it to be. You can change these colors. Doesn't have to be golden brown. Could be whatever colors you want them to be. I just, you know, I know a lot of people really like the neutrals and the browns and everything. And I've been promising for so long to do some brown, you know, plus holiday looks. So I kind of thought maybe this would be a little bit of both. Try to hit it both. So, all right, now we got these crazy wing things going here, so we're gonna fix that right now. Don't worry. I know everyone's like, what are you gonna do with that? What are you gonna do with that? All right, we're gonna fix it. Oh gosh, nose is running. Fix that. Put my Kleenex there in case I need it. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go back and grab this. Where did my brush go? Where are you at, blended brush? There you are. All right. I'm going to grab a much smaller, tinier, little, tiny, fluffy kind of eyeshadow type soft blending brush. I'm going to go in and I'm going to grab that very first, very light brown shade that I was using. And then I'm going to pick up the second shade right on top of that. And I'm just, you know, I kind of blew. One of my friends is a makeup artist and she told me not to do that. She said, you should never blow the eyeshadow off. I said, why not? I do that all the time. She said, but you know what? It can cause bacteria. And I was like, oh, it's such a hard habit for me to break. I don't know if any of you guys do that or not, but she says not to do it. It's like, it's such a hard habit to break. You know, she's like, you need to tap it off. And I do try to do that. But so if any of you are out there doing it, supposedly it's a really not a good habit to have. So, all right. All right. So I'm going to go, you know, I'm going to go back. I'm going to come over here where we have this crazy V thing we made. I'm going to start going in here with these shades, going on the crease again. All right. And we want to see the brown. We want to see the brown, okay? That's what we want to see. We're gonna like kind of wipe that away a little bit. If we just wanted that for a guide, like if you have a hard time finding that inner V, it just sort of sometimes can help you. I'll do a video where I use a card. I used to use a card, and that used to help me too. So now I'm not just in the eye socket, I'm going on the brow bone, okay? So now I'm on the brow bone, and I got those two colors, because I really want this to be kind of smoky, kind of dark. And we're gonna take our great big giant blending brush, and we're just gonna blend this thing away. And you can blend it like inward, and it'll just, you know, it'll just kind of blend away. You can take I always have a microfiber towel, and you can just kind of pat. And it'll just blend away, that's all. We want that outer eye to be kind of smoky anyway. So once we get this really nice dark brow bone. We'll go with our very, very small brush. All right, and then we're just gonna go right where we did our outer V. You should still be able to see that. I'm just using the tip of the brush, so I don't want a heavy, heavy hand here. I'm just gonna use that tip of that brush. I'm just going just a little bit on top of the gold. Come in close so you can see. And I'm not going very far over. I'm just staying right on the outer corner. And I'm just going just a little bit into the crease. I don't want a black eye. We want to see some brown, but we just want this very outer corner to have like smoky definition. All right, so I'm going to take that very, very giant, big blending brush, and I'm not going to blend a whole lot. I'm just going to kind of pat just a little bit, just so we don't have really, really harsh edges. I'm barely, barely touching that black. I don't want to take that black away. Okay, so really that's going to be that, you know, I'll kind of touch this gold up here really so I don't. So that's going to be that. We're going to put some eyeliner on it. Okay, so same thing for the next eye. I'm going to grab the lightest color, the first color I used, the second color I used, but I'm going to put them together on the small blending brush, and I'm going to go right onto the brow bone, and I'm just going to windshield wiper. Because we want you to see that. We want you to see that really deep cocoa brown color. We're going to blend that away. And you see how much that opens your eye, how like gives you that depth. This would be a really beautiful look if you were wearing some kind of like shirt that had some gold in it, some brown boots. I don't know why, I just felt like I needed more. I get on a roll and I just start. All right, so we're just going to start to blend that away. And I'm just blending in so that I can try to get some of that black on that inner corner. You don't have, if you feel like you can get that inner V, you don't have to do that. You know what I mean? You don't have to. It's just, I have a lot of people ask me about that inner V. And when I was trying to learn, you know, different ways and different techniques, it's just one of the things that I learned. And I have all kinds of like different methods and techniques to help people you know, try to find, you know, that. And especially like as we get older, our skin kind of droops and stuff. And it's, if you have hooded eyes, it's really hard to find your, you know, I keep saying inner V. I'm so sorry. I just realized the whole time I've been saying inner V. And I'm so glad I finally caught myself saying that, because I want to say outer V. It's your outer V. And please forgive me, because I just now caught myself saying that. But anyway, if you have hooded eyes, this outer V can be really hard to see. And, you know, that's where you get that nice smoky definition. And, you know, you want that. You want to see that. So I'm going to wipe this off. I'm just going to kind of blend some harshness away. We're going to take the black and we're going to get that nice outer V. All right, I'm gonna, the little tiny brush. Now this is technically a lip brush. Do I ever use it for a lip brush? And no. I bought this specifically for doing this little tiny work like this, and to me, it is, you know, a godsend for this kind of work. So remember, I'm not going very far over. I'm just going to go just on that little outer V and just on this very outer corner to get that sultry, smoky look. I just feel like sometimes I just can't get it dark enough. Like, I want it to be so visibly dark. Sometimes I start messing around and playing around and I'm like, it's not dark enough. I need it darker. I don't know if any of you guys ever do that. Like, you probably have it perfect. It's perfection, and then you just keep messing with it. I don't know if anyone else does that. I do it, and then like I'll look back and think, why did I mess with that? Why did I do that? Ugh, things we do. Okay, I better quit because like I don't want to mess it up. So I'm just gonna take the brush and I'm not gonna blend. I'm just gonna kind of pat a little bit so there's no harshness. Blend that gold. Okay, so I think that's pretty good. You can see. Now we're gonna add the eyeliner. I'm gonna put some of this out of my way a little bit here. Like I said, because we used the gold, and the gold is, I use the rose water. If I would try to go in with a pencil, I feel like that would like really pull the gold off. I do have some pretty good gel liners. I don't know if I could try that or not. I want a really nice deep black look. I also have some felt tip liners. We could probably use one of those. Let's see. Sometimes when I wear a liquid eyeliner, I feel like it gives me a very harsh look, and that's really not the look that I want to go for right now. I want that blendable smoke. You know what? I know exactly what I'll do. I will use my potted eyeliner. I'll use one of these. I think these can give you a amazing look, and they're so blendable. So I will just get a little bit of rose water on my, I'm going to use this nice slanted brush. Okay, this is called Black. It's by Rimmel. It's great. I'm going to load some product on both sides of the brush. Now, this takes a while to get used to if you've never used this before, so I don't use this all the time. But it is something that you can, you know, get like a nice smoky look with. I'm going to do the bottom first. And you can get like right up under the lash line. You can get so close under that eyelash line. If you really want a dramatic look, you can take an eye pencil and you can go up underneath this watermark, this waterline under your upper lashes. That will definitely give you a really bold, dramatic look. It kind of bothers me when I do that. I've tried to do it before, but I guess because of wearing contacts, my eyes are so sensitive. If I do that, it messes me up all day. Now I took a different flat brush and I'm just kind of like pulling this down a little bit just to kind of smoke it out a little bit. Just so it's not just a straight hard line. I just want to give it a little bit of more softness, a little more, so it's not so harsh. And it's really hard to do something like that with a liquid eyeliner. You can't really do that with a liquid eyeliner. So some pencil, like we could have done the bottom with a pencil, I guess, but we're just gonna stick with this. As you know, I am not able to really do a cat eye for you. I have too much folded skin right there, so I can't, you know, do you see this like fold of skin right here? So when you do a cat eye, you need your skin to be, you know, smooth and tight right there. So with me, I have this big fold of skin because my eyes are drooping. So I can't really, you know, I can't do a cat eye anymore if I have a big droopy fold of skin. It's heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking. But if you are able to do the cat eye or any, you know, other type of interesting eyeliner, this would be definitely a kind of cool look, you know, dramatic to do. I always think that these kind of interesting looks like this are the ones that you want, you know, you want to really stand out. You want people to go home and remember and say, man, her makeup was like, I love it. Or you want, you know, you want people to love you or hate you. I don't care, you know, but I want them to remember it, you know, because sometimes the girls that are like, yeah, deep down, they are envious, and I'm okay with that. So yeah. A lot of times, you know, the girls that are saying that they don't like your makeup, they will try it, you know. They will go home and they will try it. They're envious because they didn't think of it maybe, or they can't do it. I always think it's better to be a leader, not a follower. Be a trendsetter. Oh, I just poked myself in the eye. Okay, gotta get a little bit more product. Some people are a fan of this potted eyeliner and some people are not. You either love it or hate it. The first time I tried to use it, I hated it. I just didn't know how to use it, you know. I mean, I was just so unfamiliar, and like I found it so difficult. I had to practice and practice and practice to learn how to use it. And once I got the hang of it and realized really how to use it properly, then It wasn't that bad. But you definitely have to practice with this and learn. It's not an eyeliner you can just pick up and master in, you know, the first try. Trying to gauge how much product you need to have on the brush, how much pressure. All right, there we go. Eyeliner. Put some mascara on. I recently got 3 new mascaras. Like I said, I'm going through some kind of struggle with my mascara. I don't know what's happening. I feel like no matter what mascara I'm using, it's just like it won't go on. It's very, I don't know. I'm having a very difficult time. So yeah, I'm going to use this L'Oreal as my base coat. And then I got this new mascara by, not Tarte, but Too Faced. Too Faced. Too Faced, Better Than Sex. It's just the color black, I think. Yeah, it's just black. And it is, you know, it's supposed to be 93% more curl, 100% more dramatic volume, 100% longer. So I was really excited to get it, but then I got it and it just, I felt like I didn't really see that much of a noticeable difference. But I don't really think it's the mascara. I think it's me. Because like I said, like I bought 3 new mascaras, like all different kinds, like a good, very good brand. I bought some L'Oreal, I bought some Rimmel, I bought a Revlon one. And out of all of them, the Rimmel was the one that I had the best results with. So that's kind of crazy. So I'm going to use this Rimmel. This one's called Lash Accelerator Endless Grow Lash Complex. So it's supposed to, as you use it, it's supposed to help make your lashes grow. And the formula is actually pretty nice. It's funny that you can find the things in the craziest places. It's not always about the most expensive or, you know, the name brands. Sometimes things just work. They just work. You know, if you find something that works and you like it, you like it. It doesn't have to be, you know, a $30 tube of mascara. If it's $5.97 and it works, I don't care. You know, I don't care. If it's good, it's good. So, yeah, I'm just one of those like down-to-earth practical people. I don't care where it comes from or whose name's on it. You know, that kind of stuff is never mind to me. You know, I know that there are tons and tons of brands of makeup out there that are, you know, very expensive, and I would love to have some of them. Sure, I would love to have some of them, but I don't feel that the average woman, you know, can afford that kind of stuff. I think really that, you know, the majority of women that are wearing makeup are just wearing makeup that you're going to the drugstore or, you know, Target or Walmart or something. I think that that is what most women are wearing. You may get, you know, an expensive makeup occasionally for something, you know, treat yourself, but I really think that the majority of women are wearing just regular drugstore makeup. You know, we have kids, we have houses and bills and cars and things that we have to take care of, you know, like we're not able, you know, not every woman is able to go and, you know, spend $60 or up on, you know, an eyeshadow palette that has 4 eyeshadows in it. It isn't practical. You know, if I had $60 and I went to Target, how much makeup could I get for $60? If I had $60 and I went to Macy's, what are you going to get? I mean, the answer is so clear. Do you know what I mean? So I just think that the majority of women are going to choose what is practical to them. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? There just isn't anything wrong with that. When my kids were little and growing up, there's no way I was going to, you know, I'm not going to go and buy that kind of expensive makeup or things like that. You know what I mean? When my kids needed things. And I just think that that's really how most women feel. Now, you're going to have people that are able to afford that stuff, and that is great for them, and I don't hold anything against them. If I was able to afford nothing but those higher end brands and stuff, then I would probably try more of them, but I don't know, like I don't know. Really don't even know where I'm going with this. I just think that, you know, if there's a product out there and it works and it doesn't really cost that much money, you know, why not? So, most of the products that you will see me use here on my channel are not going to be horrible expensive products. Someday, if, you know, years from now, if my channel gets bigger, if I have sponsors and, you know, somebody sends me something, that's great. I will, you know, I'll do their video, and I will give my honest opinion about it, but I'm still not going to go out and buy those things. You know, it would be because somebody sent it to me and said, hey, you know, we're going to send you this, you know, we want to see you do a video about this and give your honest opinion on your channel. And that's how I would do it. But other than that, that's the only way I'm going to get my hands on things like that. All right. So that is that, and I am going to try to do a more brownish type of a lipstick, neutral, which I don't have very many of those colors, I can tell you that right now. I am not a, yeah, those are not my colors. I'm not a fan of those colors, but I do have one color that could kind of go that way. I guess I should put some blush on too, huh? Do you guys still see this eye twitch I have? I've had this for so many months. It used to be that when I would get this twitch, I would get an awful, horrible migraine. I started taking magnesium on a regular basis, and that pretty much stopped after, you know, after taking it for a while. That pretty much stopped my migraines, and I was so thankful for that. But I still have this twitch, which it's so very bizarre. I don't really know how to stop the twitch. I feel my eye doing it, you know. It's really very bothersome. I don't know what causes it. I don't know if there's some kind of, you know, nerve damage. I was in an auto accident, so I did have damage in my neck. So I don't know if it's that or what. I've had other people notice it and ask me, you know, what's going on with your eye? Alright, so there is some blush. I now actually used a more nude, or well, not nude, but brownish kind of a blush. And then I have this Hard Candy Metallic Mousse Lip Rouge, and it's in the color Sandstorm, if you can see that. So I don't know, I kind of like, I liked it when I saw it in the store. It was more of a brownish, pinkish kind of color. It wears really well. It feels really comfortable on your lips. It is, it's like a velvet type of a feeling. I really like it. I've never had anything like this before, so. But it came in some very odd colors. It didn't come in any kind of like pretty pink colors or anything like that that I thought that would be anything that I would really like a whole lot. So this was the closest one that I could find that I liked. I'm going to use some of my Photo Finish white powder to set this look. Oh, I did it again. I'm not supposed to do that, and I did it again. I started using this white powder, and I really liked it. So I will put it on, and then I take this bigger brush and kind of knock off any excess. I feel like it took off all my blush. Oh, struggling. Okay, well, that is the look. I hope that you guys like it. If you do, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. I never mean for my videos to be this long, and they always are. But this is a, closer look of the eyes, if you can see. It's like a gold and a brown. I think they actually turned out a lot better than I thought they would. I really like it. Maybe I should wear these colors a little more often, like the browns and stuff. They actually kind of look pretty good on me. I should give them a try more often. I see why you guys like the browns so much. So anyway, that's it. I hope that you guys will, subscribe to my channel. I hope you'll give me a thumbs up. If there's a look in a magazine that you have seen recently and you would like to see me recreate it, just send me the picture and I will do my best to try to recreate it. If there's just a look that you want to tell me about and see if I can recreate it, definitely let me know about it. Message me. And I guess that's it. So Christmas is in just a few days. I'll try to give you like maybe one more, holiday look if I can squeeze it in. Getting close to that time. So I don't know, but I'll try. So anyway, if I don't get another video out before the holidays, I hope you all have a great Christmas, and I'll definitely get you out another video before New Year's Eve, though, that's for sure. And as always, stay positive. No one is your own worst enemy than you. Wear pink. It will always make you feel happy and boost your spirits. And I hope that you will kiss some puppies, and that'll always make you feel better. So I love you guys all, and until the next